Hello everyone, my name is Blaine Pearson and I'm a graduate instructor in Texas Tech's Personal Financial Planning program. In this video, we're going to look at the difference between begin and end mode when solving time value of money problems. In order to understand how to compute time value of money with begin and end mode calculations, it's important to understand the intuition behind begin and end mode. Payments that are due at the beginning are annuity due. Memorize this. Those at the end of the period are an ordinary annuity. Memorize this. What this means is when you receive your interest payment or when you receive the compounding effect will determine whether or not you will use begin or end mode on your calculator. To further illustrate this point, let's think about it like this. Let's say we build a timeline. Again, I'm not the best artist in the world, of our series of cash flow payments. Let's say this is any given year. Let's say this is year 2050. And this is January 1. And this is December 31st. If you're going to use end mode as your calculator defaults has set to, you're going to receive your cash flow or your compounding effect at the end of this timeline period. If you are going to receive it at the beginning, in an annuity due situation, you'll receive your interest or your compounding effect at the beginning. For this distinguishing factor, begin mode will always be higher. This is because you have received your payment at the beginning of the year, and in that entire year you have this compounding effect that you did not have by getting it here in December. Let's take the case of Richard. If Richard invests $10,000 at the beginning of each year in a mutual fund that is expected to earn 5% compounded annually, how much will Richard have at the end of the 20 years? So we can fill out our TVM variables. He invests $10,000 at the beginning of each year. So as a payment, that's negative $10,000 into a mutual fund that is expected to earn 5%. How much will he have at the end of the 20 years? That is our end variable, the time variable. It does not state that Richard has anything to start with, so we can safely assume the present value is 0. And we want to figure out what the future value is. Now, we have another row that we need to complete. Is this problem a begin or is it an end mode calculation? Because Richard invests in the beginning of each year, he gets that whole year of compounding. So this would be a begin mode calculation. So let's go over to our calculator. His n is 20. We'll input that as the n variable as we normally would. His IY is 5. He has no money to start with today, but is making these $10,000 regular contributions. We want to figure out the future value. However, the default in the Texas Instrument Calculator is to assume end mode. So we'll need to switch our calculator to begin mode. So we simply hit second PMT, and when you hit second PMT, this BGN is activated. As you can see, the default setting in the Texas Instrument Calculator is end mode. We'll want to reset that. How we do that is we hit second, enter, and we're now in begin mode. We'll clear out of that. We've inputted our variables, so now we can hit compute future value, and that'll tell you the future value of this computation. The future value is 347,192.52. Now, just for illustration purposes, let's say that we were to solve this in end mode. So we'll go to second, PMT, second, enter, to get it to reset, clear out, compute future value, and our future value is $330,659.59. As you can see from the illustration earlier, using end mode yields a significantly less result because of the year of compounding that was lost. For those following along in Excel, we'll solve it the same way we would normally solve a future value problem, where we'll input our rate, we'll input our number of periods, we'll input our payment amount, we'll input our present value, and when we get to the type, we'll want to make sure to code it as either a 1 or manually with our mouse select begin mode. From there, we'll close our brackets. Now, to review going back to begin mode, hit second, begin, second, and from there, we'll hit compute future value. And as you can see, whether you're using the calculator or the Excel, you yield the same result. Again, this is Blaine Pearson, and in this video, we cover the difference between begin and end mode. Thank you for watching.